For today's Cyber CEO episode,
she's running all of her transactions, so contract to close. She handles the paperwork, pretty much runs our database. We run everything through command. Listing inputs, it's awesome. It's nice to have someone who can focus on those tasks and things don't get dropped like they used to. Having one person dedicated to these tasks makes it easier on the rest of us to get everything else done. We appreciate her. I'm glad she's part of our team.
welcome to Cyber CEO, wherein we talk about how our cyberbackers helped our cyber CEOs take their businesses to the next level. Cyber CEO is powered by Cyberbacker, the world's leading provider of admin support services from anywhere in the world to anyone in the world. Please visit our website www.cyberbacker.com for more details. Another awesome day here at Cyberbacker. My name is 𝗙𝗲𝗋𝗶𝗹. We're back with another episode of Cyber CEO. And of course, we have a very special guest on the show. Josh, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me on.
There we go. Now, we're very excited to have you. Of course, wanted to talk to you about your experience with virtual leverage through Cyberbacker, of course. Now, to kick things off, to let you know, we have a lot of listeners who are business owners, just like yourself. So I need your help. Can you tell me something about yourself and your business, please?
I've been selling real estate full-time for 9 years now.
9 years. So a lot of experience. So I'm assuming a lot of beers there too within that 9 years.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one beer for every closing.
There we go. So how about working with someone virtual? Your cyberbacker. Is this your first time to do something like this?
Yes. Yeah. We partnered up with 𝗙ecie in November of last year.
Okay, so November last year. So going on your first year this year then, was it a big change for you at all, working with someone virtual?
Not necessarily. We were working with another third-party contract to close company in our office in-house, but we never actually saw them. So we were used to kind of working a little bit through email. I guess we probably spent some time working through our systems with 𝗙ecie and making things better. But no, initially, I don't think it was too bad. We got the hang of it.
So got used to working with someone virtual anyway, not to first go at it then. So talk to me more about 𝗙ecie than your cyberbacker. What's it like working with her?
I don't know. I think it's awesome. We all do pretty well together. I think we've been kind of growing together, and she's a great part of the team. And I think over the last, whatever it's been, almost a year now, we've come a long ways, and we've worked on some things, fixed things, made things better, created things. It's been a really great experience.
All right. Good to know that you're having a great experience with 𝗙ecie, of course, your cyberbacker. Now, before we talk more about her, I want to know, because before you even got to work with 𝗙ecie, you went through, let's say, interviews on Zoom, communicating with our cyberbacker team on the things that you need, of course, the things that you want for your cyberbacker. How did the experience go there? Interviews, communicating with cyberbacker.
They went well. I actually didn't do the interviews. Renee on my team did the interviews, but 𝗙ecie was her number one pick, and that was a good choice. So, but otherwise, I think the interviews went really well. They were somewhat similar to a little bit of our 𝗙𝗲𝗋𝗶𝗹 process. So you had some similar questions and stuff like that.
So absolutely true. Again, there are a lot of questions that you can ask during that interview through Zoom. More about 𝗙ecie then. Talk to me about tasks, man. What do you ask 𝗙ecie do to help you every day in the business?
Now she's running all of her transactions, so contract to close. Once we get a property under contract, she handles the paperwork, pretty much runs our database. We run everything through command. She's starting to do some listing inputs and working with Renee as we're creating our team playbooks and tracking down people for reviews.
So basically, she does a lot of paperwork, even the reviews online. Is that through Google?
Yes, Google, and then we also do Zillow and Facebook.
Okay. So talk to me more about that. Before you got 𝗙ecie to help you out with those tasks like reviews, paperwork online, who did those stuff for you in the business then?
I did randomly when I remembered, or when I reminded Renee.
So really, it takes a lot of time doing those, right? How does it feel now that you have someone like 𝗙ecie to help you out with those?
It's awesome. It's nice to have someone who can focus on those tasks and things don't get dropped like they used to.
There we go. Of course, things get done, of course. Now,
yeah.
Having to work with someone who's not in the same country, not in the same state as you, not in the same office as you, that needs trust, right? Now, how did you build that trust with your cyberbacker? Now, knowing that she's not in the same country as you are.
I'm going to kind of lean on Renee. Renee's probably built that more than I did, but we all do our weekly Zoom meetings, and we try to stay connected, and we text, and we talk quite often. So I think that probably helps build that relationship as well.
So a lot of talking, a lot of messages, probably meetings, just like what we do now. Do you do that too?
Yes. Yeah, we do Zoom meetings every week.
There we go. So Zoom meetings, communication. Now, how important is that? Communication in a virtual partnership, just like this.
Probably even more important just because we're not in person.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So, communication, though, talk to me about that. So what do you do when it comes to communication? Just a lot of messages usually, or phone calls here and there?
Mostly we're doing texts and emails, do most everything.
Texts, emails, very, very easy. Thank God for technology, right? Now,
yeah.
Going on your first anniversary with your Cyberbacker, this is going to be my last question. What's been the biggest impact of virtual leverage through Cyberbacker in the business so far?
Yeah, I guess probably the biggest impact would just be that consistency and having someone on our team that can actually handle that stuff full time, and versus us finding time in between everything else. When things get crazy, stuff gets dropped, and having one person dedicated to these tasks makes it easier on the rest of us to get everything else done.
Obviously, again, the time, so you can focus on the things that matter the most to the business, of course. Now, one last thing, I forgot to tell you, Josh, that 𝗙𝗹𝗹 is going to be able to listen and watch this once we have this online. So I was wondering, would you want to give her a quick shout out before we end today?
Yeah, actually, we just talked to her this morning on our group chat too. So no, 𝗙𝗹𝗹 is great. I appreciate her. I'm glad she's part of our team.
There we go. Now, we're very, very excited to see the continued success of this partnership, obviously. And again, Josh, thank you very much for giving us your time today. I had fun talking to you.
Thanks, Jello. It was good talking to you as well.
Thank you for listening to our daily dose of CyberCEO. Stay tuned to know more about how Cyberbacker creates a difference in this digital time and age. You can visit our website www.cyberbacker.com and follow our social media pages on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Spotify.